Greetings, dear viewers. We are thrilled to have you here on our channel. We're all about unmasking the truth, lifting the veil from the faces of power, and providing you with the most profound insights into the world around us. Our focus is on the stories that matter, the narratives that shape our world, and the people who influence our lives. We invite you to join us on this journey of discovery and revelation. So, without further ado, let's delve into today's topic of discussion. It's no secret that the UK media has a reputation that's been tarnished with controversy. Diving deeper into this quagmire, we find a labyrinth of deceit, unethical practices, and a blatant disregard for personal privacy. As highlighted in a recent New York Times article, the UK media's tactics are not just questionable, they're downright scandalous. Imagine, if you will, a world where your private conversations aren't yours anymore, where your phone calls, your text messages, your intimate moments are all up for grabs. This is the world the UK media has created, hacking into phones and turning personal lives into public spectacles. But the invasion doesn't stop there. The tabloids don't just rely on technology to do their dirty work. They employ private detectives, turning a noble profession into a tool for their underhanded tactics. These detectives are sent out into the world, not to solve crimes or find missing persons, but to dig up dirt and fan the flames of scandal. And let's not forget the journalists. These individuals, once seen as the champions of truth, are encouraged to lie, to misrepresent themselves, all in the name of a juicy story. The quest for truth is replaced with a hunt for the sensational, the scandalous, the salacious. This is the world the UK media has built. A world where privacy is a myth, where truth is a casualty, and where the personal lives of individuals are fodder for the next headline. It's a shocking revelation, isn't it? But that's not all. The upcoming court case involving a certain prince promises to be an explosive event that the royal family and the UK media will definitely not like. The masks are about to come off, revealing the ugly truth behind the glamorous facade. But we'll delve into that in our next scene. Stay tuned as we take a closer look at the invisible contract between the royal family and the UK media and how it's been used to unfairly target Harry and Meghan. Now let's talk about the invisible contract between the royal family and the UK media. This contract, though unspoken and unwritten, is as real as the stone walls of Buckingham Palace. It's a deal struck in the shadows, a pact of mutual benefit where the royal family provides the spectacle while the media narrates the drama. In this grand theatre, however, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been cast as the villains. The media, it seems, has been all too eager to play their part in this narrative, with relentless scrutiny and negative coverage. But what is their motive? The answer might lie in the contract's fine print. You see, this contract demands a constant stream of headlines, and what better way to ensure the drama than by creating a scapegoat? And so, Harry and Meghan have been painted as the black sheep, the rebels, the ones who dared to defy the status quo. But at what cost? Meghan's mental health took a severe hit, with the Duchess confessing she had considered suicide at her lowest. Harry, too, has been frank about the mental toll the relentless media scrutiny has taken. The invisible contract, then, is not without its casualties. This unspoken agreement also reflects a disturbing power dynamic. The royal family, despite its traditional image, has proven its willingness to allow such a narrative to unfold unchecked. This is not just a media issue, it's a royal issue. The media's actions, fueled by this contract, have not only targeted Harry and Meghan, but also questioned the very essence of privacy and respect. The tabloids' use of private detectives and misrepresentation to gain access to personal data is a stark reminder of the lengths they're willing to go to uphold their end of the contract. The extent of this manipulation is bone-chilling, isn't it? The invisible contract may be invisible, but its effects are far from it. As we look ahead to Harry's court case, we can only hope that light will be shed on these shadowy dealings, exposing the contract for what it truly is, a dangerous game of thrones. Now let's shift our focus to the upcoming court case that could shake up the royal family and the UK media. The case at hand involves none other than Prince Harry, who stands against the very institutions that have relentlessly targeted him and his wife, Meghan. This case isn't just about Harry, though. It's about exposing the deeply ingrained corruption within the UK media and the royal family's complicity in it. Prince Harry's lawsuit against the tabloids is expected to be explosive, and for good reason. The tabloids stand accused of not just hacking phones, but also hiring private detectives, encouraging journalists to lie, and misrepresenting themselves to gain access to private data. The lengths they've allegedly gone to in their pursuit of sensational stories are shocking, to say the least. The potential fallout from this case is immense. If the allegations are proven true, it could bring down the royal family and the UK media. It would expose the invisible contract that exists between them, a contract that seems to have been used to target Harry and Meghan relentlessly. The royal family's silence and lack of action against these practices would be seen in a new, damning light. But why is this case so significant? It's because it challenges the very foundations of the UK's media landscape and the royal family's position within it. It questions the ethics and practices of institutions that have long been considered untouchable. It's a case that could change the narrative, shake up the status quo, and finally hold those responsible accountable for their actions. This case could serve as a catalyst for change, sparking a much-needed overhaul of the UK media's practices and the royal family's relationship with it. It could mark the beginning of an era where privacy is respected and unethical practices are no longer swept under the carpet. But as much as we anticipate this explosive turn of events, we must remember that it's a David versus Goliath battle. Harry is not just taking on the tabloids, but the entire media landscape and the monolithic institution that is the royal family. It's a brave move, one that could have far-reaching consequences for him and Meghan. It's a case that could change the landscape of the UK media and the royal family. Only time will tell what the outcome will be. Let's not forget the victims in this scenario, Harry and Meghan. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been at the sharp end of these practices for years now. Imagine for a moment, living under the relentless scrutiny of an industry that thrives on scandal, misrepresentation, and intrusion into the most private aspects of your life. Yet, in the face of this relentless onslaught, Harry and Meghan have displayed an admirable resilience. They've stood tall, unbowed by the weight of the corrupt media landscape. They've chosen to step back from royal duties, carving out a new path for themselves in a bid to protect their mental health and the well-being of their young family. In doing so, they've showcased a strength that is truly commendable. They've refused to be victims. Instead, they've taken control of their narrative, using their platform to shed light on the media's corrupt practices. They've used their influence to advocate for change, pushing for media accountability and respect for privacy rights. Harry's upcoming court case is just another example of their fight against corruption. It's not just about their personal struggle, but a broader battle for justice. By standing up to the media, they're not just fighting for their rights, but for the rights of everyone who's ever been a victim of media intrusion. Despite the backlash they've faced, Harry and Meghan have continued to champion causes close to their hearts, using their platform to make a difference in the world. Their resolve and determination have been a beacon of hope, a testament to their character, and a reminder of the power of standing up for what's right, even when the odds are stacked against you. Harry and Meghan have shown us the power of standing up against corruption, even when it's deeply rooted in systems of power. As we draw to a close, it's important to reflect on what we've discussed today. We've journeyed through the twisted labyrinth of Britain's media landscape, unmasking the troubling practices of hacking, lying, and misrepresentation. We've shone a light on the invisible contract between the royal family and the UK media, a pact that seems to target Harry and Meghan with relentless scrutiny. We've also highlighted the explosive turn of events that awaits us, Harry's upcoming court case. This case is not just about one man standing against a media behemoth. It's about challenging a corrupt system, about standing up for privacy, dignity, and truth. This case could very well be the catalyst that begins to bring down the ivory towers of the royal family and the UK media. The impact on Harry and Meghan cannot be understated. They've been in the firing line, their personal lives turned into public spectacle. Yet they stand resilient, their courage a beacon for others who may be suffering under similar circumstances. It's crucial that we stand with them, that we support them in their fight against corruption. This is a David versus Goliath story, a tale of resilience against the odds. It's the story of a couple who refuse to be silenced, who refuse to be victimized. It's a story that reminds us all of the importance of standing up for what we believe in, of speaking truth to power. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our content. Until next time, goodbye.